Okay. Hey, Grace.
Hey,
Happy
it's
Saturday.
morning.
Is it Saturday night here to you?
Yeah, it's Saturday at 5:30.
Oh, it's 8:30 a.m. Saturday here.
Okay, that was a long flight.
Did you have a layover?
The long one. Oh yeah, Heathrow. So my plane was late at IAH, so I had to sit there for an extra 2 hours. So I did a whole shift, like 8 hours, but just sitting there. I met a lot of interesting people, and I met another podcaster.
Yeah.
They had just started theirs. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they were young. They were like Stacey's age.
Oh,
Yeah,
did you say you have?
they just started talking to me. I'm just trying to sit there and eat my food, and then one of them was like, so one was 19, the other one was 21, and they were going to Vegas, and they're kids, and it just reminds me of Stacey and how kids never plan for anything.
Yeah.
They just, oh, I'm just gonna do it, and I'm like, okay. And he's telling his friend, hey, share your food with me, and he was like, no, bro, you should have made sure you had enough money so you could buy food at the airport. And I was like, here, just have my chicken sandwich. Like, I'll get the bribe, you can have the chicken sandwich. He was like, oh, I knew you were good people. Oh my God, you're so awesome. I'm like, no, I'm just a mom. Oh shit, your kids? How old are they? I'm like, she's 22. They're like, no. I'm like, yes. Nobody makes the story up. And then they just kept talking and they told me they had their own. And he was like, can I put it in your phone so you can follow me? I was like, yeah, I'll subscribe.
It's on YouTube.
And then yeah, it's on YouTube. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. Okay, so today's episode, I want to talk about the ugliest thing in the world, dealing with haters and jealousy.
Haters and jealousy. What a combination.
When I think of haters, I immediately think of Cat Williams, who says, if you only have 5 haters, your goal is to have 10 more by the end of summer.
Like something about having haters mean that you are making it or something.
Okay. So I used to tell Stacey, if you have haters, then don't worry about them because haters focus on winners and winners focus on winning.
I probably have haters. I just don't pay attention.
I don't either. I'm oblivious to it. I see it when it's obvious, and especially when they want a reaction. Like when girl said, what happens when it doesn't work? I was like,
What if it's
so when it does, what are you going to do about that? And she just looked at me. She wasn't expecting that answer. She was expecting me to be like, oh, like, no, I don't have a plan B. There's no plan B. It's plan A because it's going to work and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And yes. Oh, that's so good. I'll have to steal that. Maybe it takes 5 years.
Well, I think
That's funny because someone's just saying, oh, you only have 28 subscribers. I'm like, we've only been on for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Quick to like judge just because for whatever reason. And it doesn't really, for monetization, yes, it does matter how many followers or subscribers, but
yeah,
that's not the
slow
reason.
and steady
That's not
wins the
the
race.
whole-
Oh, speaking of, because I ran into another person who was in the military, and he said, you're just glowing. You have that energy." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I said, "Oh, it's probably because I'm getting ready to go to Italy." So then we have this short conversation, and he asked me like what I do, and I was like, "Currently, I just quit my corporate job, and I'm moving into remote sales, and I also have a podcast." He was like, "Oh, so you're gonna have 5 million followers?" I was like, "Yeah, when they come." He was like, "Yeah, I believe it." He was like, "I really truly believe y'all gonna have 5 million." It was like, "The person that you do it with, they all are the same." I was like, "Yeah, we're very similar." I was like, as different as we are, we're very similar in a lot of ways. I was like, yeah. And then I kind of laughed. He was like, "Why are you laughing?" I'm like, because I never even thought about a quantity of who would watch the podcast. Okay, so my best description for that, because my mom asked me that. She was like, "How do you know?" I said, "Because listen,"
Your state of mind.
I said, I had to learn. I had to learn. And I learned in class. I was like, so I'm going to share the information. What is on the inside, whatever you're running, whatever you're believing, whatever you're thinking, wherever you're at, whatever emotion you're in the most is what you're putting out, is also you're going to pull it in. It's that simple. I was like, and I think back to where there was times where I didn't stress or think about, there was like no forefront thinking, right? Forward thinking about anything. I was just always just doing, expecting that this is what it's going to be.
But
When
you
I
were
was really,
really
then all of a sudden,
Mhm.
and I didn't really know. So I've been thinking back to that. Oh, I remember when I was younger, people just help me, give me stuff just all the time, extra. because I just expected that everything was going to work and there's going to be extra all the time, no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't know when I stopped being in agreement with that, but I know me and Matt are going to go
Right,
to be
yeah.
married.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Do you want to ask the first question?
Okay. When did you
The
first
time.
realize that not everyone was going to clap for you, and how did that hit you?
The first realization on in this scenario of moving into remote sales or just in general? Okay, so and this I think is when I told one of my cousins, and she was like, "It's really not about making the money, right? It's just so you can leave MRC." And I was like, "Oh, it is about the money." And she was like, "It shouldn't be about the money." And I'm like, "I want the money. Everybody wants money, and if you say, 'Oh, I don't want money,' then you're not gonna get it. It's not coming."
No entrepreneur is going to say they're not doing it because of the money. You're doing it for both freedom.
Right, exactly. And when you're doing it from the right point, you're not worried about if you're actually making the sale or not, because if the person truly wants it, then they're going to buy it. It just depends on where you're at, right? It's just like whenever we decided where we're going to take the program, right? We knew we were going to take the program. We just had to do the call and pay the program and then just do it. It's simple.
Oh, but people don't understand there's also effort, like,
Yeah.
and consistency, progress, all the things that you go
Yeah.
in life. You're going to experience it in this program. When did you first realize that not everyone's going to clap for you? My whole life, I feel like. I mean, in a sense, after my mom died, like, that was like a struggle. I wasn't expecting people to clap for me, but I didn't get the support that I needed, right? And so,
Yeah.
through a
Right.
child going through, like, thinking, like, what the heck's going on? Like, I felt alone. And then, I would say when I had kids, ironically, people don't really care, like, that you have kids. Like, they care that you're pregnant, and when the baby comes out, and after that, they're like, I see you.
Oh, now you're busy because you have a baby. Bro, bring your ass over here and hang out with me, because you used to hang out with me all the time when I was pregnant or before I had a baby. And we just sit and do nothing. Why can't we do that now that I have a baby? Rude.
I don't know another clear time, but I'm sure that I've always zoned out. So I'm just, I'm so focused on my family, so I don't really,
Yeah.
I don't pay attention really to that anymore. So I guess that's that.
That's good though. See, because like when you change your focus, then you just
You're my Scorpio, right? Like, but trying to be like Tony Robbins ish, but then it's exhausting, right? Because you're trying to,
it can be training.
because then you're trying to make somebody listen and like really understand. And I
Open your ears to hear.
I just have to step back and there's so much I can't do to a friend. And I just,
Have you ever caught yourself being a hater? Be honest.
when I was younger, definitely. Of course.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like in many ways. Like I don't have two parents, blah, blah, blah. I look at
Yeah.
other people, they got like really cool dads and moms, and I'm sure I was jealous at some point. But I was so busy in high school as well.
Yeah.
It's mostly the parent thing when I was growing up, and then maybe the money thing, maybe.
I hated people that were spoiled, and because they didn't appreciate the stuff that they were given. And there's all like, whatever. Or girls, or even, not just girls. A lot of my friends were boys, but boys who just, their parents just give them everything. They have two good parents, and they're like talking shit about their parents. Your parents are like everywhere, doing everything, jumping through
With you.
flying. Yeah. And you're over here, oh, she don't even give me a break. Like, she don't give you a break because she loves you and she cares. My mom can't even. It's not, and it wasn't because my mom didn't want to. It's just she was single at the time, so
She's working 3 jobs, right?
she's working 3 jobs sometimes. Yeah, 2, 3, side hustle job.
That's why you don't really give your child everything that you didn't have.
No,
Even though, even so, my husband does the opposite of me. He's the giver. I'm trying to like.
Oh, so you have to create the balance.
So I guess you could say I'm the frugal one. He's the spender. I guess you could say. Because I'm always saying, we don't need that. He doesn't need another toy. What are you doing? Before it was like every week a new fucking toy. Like, and I'm just like, so dealing with haters. Going back to the time.
So Do you think most hate comes from jealousy, insecurity, or misalignment? And what's the difference?
I'll answer.
Yeah, you can answer,
So,
or I can. I will, either way.
yeah. So now we know, I feel like I know more about jealousy. So hate comes from, I think it's jealousy, insecurity, and misalignment. Jealousy because they see you having the thing they want, but they're insecure about themselves, so they hate you. And they want to do the thing that you're doing, but they're misaligned.
Yes,
So
I have to agree with that.
yeah. I just know of one instance, but I'll be vague. That's like when someone says they want their own business, whatever, like a private practice of some kind or whatever. And then they're always, and they say that supports them, but they're like looking for validation of some kind, just not doing the thing at the level they want. Because let's say they want to quit their 9 to 5 and do the thing that they want, but yet they're trying to look for answers outside of themselves. There is insecurity there because maybe no one has been an entrepreneur in their lives. And yeah, and they always look outside people. And they want the thing, and it's all the things. They're misaligned. Their mindset isn't there. So I guess the difference is misalignment is like you're not doing the thing you say you want to do. And jealousy is pretty much you want to do the thing, but then you're hating on somebody and you're not really getting inspired. You're getting the reverse. Or you're getting like when people say to you, oh, what if it doesn't work out? And what if it does?
For me, I think jealousy comes from envy, in my opinion, right? They're being envious of you, and then they become the green-eyed monster. They want what you have. The difference for me is not only are they insecure, they're just not willing. They don't really want it. They just want what you have because it looks
They don't want to do
but
the
if they
work.
really wanted it, exactly. They did, and then there comes that misalignment because they think they want what you have. From where they're standing, it looks so great, but they don't really know what is underneath of everything that you did to actually do that. You can see the peak of the mountain, but you don't know what was down here and what we had to go through to get that, because there was at one point in time when I worked in the corporate world and I was the branch admin. I just knew it needed to be done. And if it needs to be done, then I just do it to get it over and done with, because that's just who I am. Right. And now you cannot tell yourself either you're a leader or you're a follower. And even when I was trying to be a follower, I have a hard time being a follower because I'm a leader and I'm just natural born leader. Okay, guys, this is what we're doing. Right. And then I expect action. So I just did whatever needed to be done. And then my friend, we'll call him by his last name. And actually, I shortened it to Sally. It's less Sal, but I call him Sally. Anyway, so Sally says, oh man, why does everybody hate you? And I'm like, what? Yeah, this girl hates you, this girl hates you, this girl hates you. He goes, you know what I think? I'm like, what? He goes, I think they just want to be you. I was like, by all means. They have no idea what.
To be you?
And I said, by all means, they can definitely have it. The thing is, they didn't step up to the plate.
It's always surface level. They don't want to do the work in here and in here.
They don't even want to dive deep to even know. I ended up working on the safety team for years, right? Because you have to have people that can direct people through the building. And I wanted to be on the safety team. Somehow, because I'm a leader, I ended up being like at the top of the safety team and telling everybody what to do and where to go and how it's going to work and making sure things got done for the health and safety person. And then one day the whole building is having a safety meeting. I had no idea that they were going to be like, and Grace did all this stuff and everybody's clapping. And I'm like, oh shit, this is going to make people not like me. Because I had no one, that I didn't do it because I was doing it. I was doing it. Exactly. I signed up to be on the safety team and it needed to be done so that every part of the building had a binder with all the safety stuff in it.
Also, like I mentioned, people, they don't get inspired. They get despired or whatever. Okay. I just feel like if someone
envious,
damn, she's doing the thing, I want to do something like that. Be inspired.
Yeah, maybe link up with that person so you can learn how to do that thing. Duh.
And it's usually the women. Can we talk about for a minute, like the women?
Yes, please, please. Someone just told me that women are the greatest haters of each other. And I'm like,
I think that's why I had boys.
friends, yeah, me too.
No, I had boys.
Oh, boys, like boys. Oh,
No, I'm
oh,
just saying to
I
me, like,
wish.
for me,
Yeah.
I think I always knew I was gonna have a boy. Like, I
Yep.
always knew because I said, nah, girls, nah.
Okay. I just feel like a lot of women are very, it's like a split. I want to say it's a 50-50 split, but sometimes it's more like 80-20. Like 20% of the women who are really are involved with really are like, yes, and not jealous. And then there's 80% of the women that, that are like low key, flying under the radar, but trying to be cool, right? They try to act like everything's cool. But then there's little things that tick, and you're like, man, it's a catty thing. It's like a catty comment or the little, my hair's red. You should wash your hair with blue. No, it's going to wash the red out with blue shampoo. No, you don't wash red with blue shampoo.
No, you'd wash blue with blonde hair.
Thank you. Yes. And then I'm like,
I've never heard of that.
okay, because
Is this a person a hairstylist?
because no, it's not a hairstylist.
Okay,
This is the
okay, that's
person.
why.
This is the person who's like, oh, you need to wash your hair with blue shampoo.
They want your hair to be messed up. That's why they said.
Yes, exactly. And I'm like, why would you say that? Why
Or
would
it'll
you
make
do
it
that?
purple. I don't know.
Anyway, I know what to wash my hair with. Thank you. I don't need your help. My hair looks fantastic. Not you, but the person. I was like,
No, I know.
yeah, so I'm not going to do that. I was like, I have hair products. I use Goldwell, and I know exactly what to wash my hair with. But it's a good suggestion for somebody else.
My dad had a lot of sisters, or has a lot of sisters. Maybe it's just my family, but my aunt, we'll call her Aunt H, just privacy issues. So she remarried, but there was like years passed, and she wanted to leave him, but she couldn't because she didn't work. She didn't want to work anymore because her husband allowed her not to work, but yet she wanted something. But in order for her to leave, she has to work, and she didn't want to work. But she can control her sisters that come because she needs to. Oh, because she petitioned them to come here, and I'm like, oh, but just because you petition them, that doesn't mean they owe you anything. You should just. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
there's a sense of respect. Yes, thank you. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah,
it's just a sense of control thing. But that's when I first noticed the weirdness, and then I think that's why I don't have a lot of women friends. At least maybe before she sells, before. I also think women are like that, I guess, more so sensitive to being a hater, is because we are emotional beings and we can be very spiritual and feel certain vibes, but they haven't done the healing. Whatever that looks like. We all got inner child wounds, but yet we're adults. We can choose not to go back there or choose to be different. And because people are content, right? People are so comfortable. And so they see you quitting your job and being all, how is it going to work out?
I'm like, watch and see.
So yeah, I think it's a lot of unhealed stuff. And so they project. And so let's say you're doing something similar. They get jealous because they want to do that. Maybe they do it alongside that you're doing your thing, and then a few months later they stop.
Yeah.
It's not my fault it didn't work out. It's not my fault you got sick. It's not my fault. You feel in some type of way because...
Okay, so it's funny that they're like, anyway, so, okay, is there a version of jealousy that's actually healthy or useful?
Yeah.
In your opinion?
But
yeah,
I wouldn't call it jealousy. Like I said, I think I'll be inspired by women. For example, our coaches, like I just so inspire them, but I don't want to be them.
I know.
I don't want to be them, and I don't want to do what they do. Do you know what I'm saying? Or maybe in my own way, maybe I can just grab one or two things, and like maybe really
and make my own interpretation.
Yeah, and we are
with the most authenticity I can. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
So I don't want to be like them. I just started this a year ago. They've been doing this for 10 years or more.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Before they even had this level. Like, again, there's that thing. You can see this part, but you don't know all the things that they had to do to get it. So when someone's, because are you doing it for fun? Are you doing it to monetize? It'll come. But I'm not It is. And for me, I'm like,
It's both for me. Like,
I'm
I enjoy
I'm
this.
like the turtle. It's slow and steady wins the race. I'm not trying to rush
I'm a turtle
anything
too.
because if I try to if you try to rush it, then things get discombobulated and they don't work accordingly. Because when you start you're trying to force. There's no need to force. You just let it
There's
be
a
what it
time
is.
to speed up, but now
One
this is not
step
the
at a
time.
time.
So our time is to be consistent,
Exactly.
and in the same day, same time, be here. That's, and then at some
Hmm.
point it'll
Right.
scale or speed up at some point. I don't know when or where that's gonna
Right.
come.
On its own.
Yeah. No,
And it's okay. When I first started running a mile, it's like I was running it in 6 minutes and 28 seconds flat.
it might
I
take
love
you
to.
30 minutes to do a mile.
Yeah.
Or
It
20.
actually, to do a mile, it takes me 13 minutes. And I do it with resistance and incline, right? But that's because that's what I like. My cardiologist said I need to lose 20 pounds. I'm like,
I need to lose 20
I don't,
pounds too.
you've been telling me I need to lose 20 pounds since I was like 25. And at the time I was like 120 pounds. If I lose 20 pounds, I'm like, it'll be 100 pounds. I'm not doing that.
Or you
When I
still
was 20,
same?
I'm serious. No, I fucking wish.
I
Oh,
was 120 in 6th grade
oh,
because I was like, oh,
yeah.
skinny.
You're tall. Yeah, I'm like 5 foot. And so when I got down to 110, my analyst told me, hey, we need to go have dinner. And so we went to dinner and we were eating and she started asking me a bunch of questions. And I was like, why are you asking all these questions? They're acting weird. She was like, well, you just look like skin and bones and you probably need to gain a couple of pounds. And I'm like, I eat all the time. I'm eating all the time. I eat junk all the time. I did. I was young. I couldn't just
Of
freaking
course.
ice cream, candy, cookies,
Well,
whatever.
your own metabolism is so different now.
And then after you have a kid, like everything changes. Okay.
How has being hated on actually pushed you forward?
Oh, so ever since I was a kid, the more someone doesn't believe in me or voices that, oh yeah, I don't think that you can, I don't say it to them, but that's just, it's like fuel. It's like firing to make me go do it even more. Oh, you don't think I can? Watch and see. Watch and see. I can't wait for you to see. And then I come back all nice and humble. Oh yeah, see what it happens. So here's a good for instance. When I moved to Georgia, I was there for 6 months. Someone couldn't drive. They hit my Audi. It bent the tire, so it bent the frame. So they had to total it. It took me 5 months to decide if I was going to buy a brand new Audi or a used Audi. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. But the last time with the Audi that I had at the time, that came by accident. I was looking for a truck and I couldn't, they wanted me to pay $12,000 down for the truck and then wait 12 weeks for, I'm like, what? No, I'm not going to wait 12 weeks after I give you $12,000. And then I went to a friend and just started looking around. Oh, Audi, out of nowhere. That's how I ended up with an Audi. And then I wanted a brand new one. Forget it. I'm just going to buy a brand new one. So that's how the
It's
hate
your
always
money.
drives me. The car, it's my preference now. Okay.
I
My
mean,
preference now. Why are you mad? You could have bought one. They're the same price. You could have bought the same one.
for me, I don't know. How has being hated on actually this one? The two closest people supposed to be close to me, I cut them off.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. I'm sure there was a boundary.
Oh yeah, I already had I just gave birth, this postpartum period,
Mm.
first one, and I don't know if I guess, I don't know if they hated on me, but I don't know. Maybe because they always call me, they only need me when they need something. So I don't know. If I was hated on, I wouldn't have known, honestly, to be honest with you. It wouldn't have been
Mm.
direct signal. So for someone to be hated on me, it's more of a vibration energy thing. Most people are not going to tell you that they hate you, right?
Of course not.
Yeah.
But their actions will always show.
Thank you. Or their lack of action. Their
Oh,
inaction.
both.
So you notice a
Mhm.
pattern, right? And you're like, huh, so this person didn't, come to this thing. Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe you encounter them another time, but not really talk to them. And like, okay, the energy in the room. Okay.
Mhm.
Telling me something. And then my husband sends it. I was like, you feel it too? I'm like, no wonder we're like this. So it's just more like that. It's very subtle that I know. And it doesn't have to be said because we all know. Yeah, but now that I know that, it makes me put my bubble around my space, or like the space.
At a crystal cocoon.
The space could even look like the frequency of like on your tags or social or how to interact. It could be just be that too. Yeah.
Okay. At what point did you start making yourself smaller so other people could feel bigger?
Oh, I got the question wrong. But
It's okay.
I'm gonna reframe the question.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I cut them off so that I can make myself bigger because they were making me feel
Mm.
at
Good.
any encounter. And I just had a threshold. It was like 30 plus years of the same little things, but the little things add up.
I would say when I took this program, is most especially when I took the APX Becoming Her. That's like when it really was a significant change, but not for me. For me, I didn't see the significant change until I was around people who hadn't been around me for a while. And then they're like, they have this set expectation of who I am. I think I even asked you this question like when I went back to the office those last 3 weeks. What happens when someone says something to you and that they are speaking of a version of you who you are no longer, but that's the version of you that they have, and they will not let you move outside of that because that's their expectation. But it's you can have that expectation, but I'm not that person. So now I don't even want to.
Yeah.
I don't even,
Yeah. Whatever version they have of you, it's stuck to them. It's like a cardboard of grace, a cardboard of Felicia.
yes.
That's the one I'm
Mhm.
gonna just stick to, even if I'm good or
Yeah.
bad. It's always the same.
So I had to do that with the friend when we had the discussion that we were going to go ahead and move forward. And yes. And I mentioned the names that we had went through while we were trying to figure out what we are going to actually call our pet. And they were like, "Oh, that's so stupid. Why would you call it that? You should have did better." And I'm like, in all the things that you've ever shared with me that you done when you started your own business, when you showed me your logo, never did I ever be a hater and be like, "Oh, that's good. Why'd you do this?" I was always like, "Oh man, that's awesome, Mom. Hey, how's your business going? What's going on? Well, I've been praying that it works out well for you. And are you still real busy? Do you have your other inspect?" Always trying to give them support and uplift them. And the first thing you say to me when I tell you the title of our name is, "Oh, it's stupid." So as soon as we hung up the phone, block.
Delete. Good for you, Grace.
Oh, I don't know if I did. I don't know if I deleted it. I think I did. I'll have to double check though.
Yeah.
And I'll.
Having haters means you're making it, girl. We're making
Yeah.
it. So it just comes with the territory. That's all. Like
It does.
and anyone that ever made it or whatever that looks like, they're always gonna have businesses,
It's
musicians.
just part of the game.
The game.
Even in the corporate world, women, especially women, when they get moved into the higher positions as they grow and they climb the ladder, even they just have men haters because they're like, it's a man's world. We're rewriting the rules and we're taking over.
We are taking it.
We are.
Okay.
All right.
What's one thing you wish someone had told you early on about navigating jealousy in your circle?
Not to allow it. Okay. Remember we talked about this longtime friend that I had, and you're like, "You're not being friends with her." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm really her friend. She's not mine."
Yeah, I know.
Right.
True.
So it was just recently this person said, "Oh, I've always been so jealous of you." What? Are you kidding me? You have Brady Bunch house with 2 kids instead of 6. Like, how could you possibly be jealous of what? We were poor. I didn't have the best clothes. I didn't have the best shoes. I didn't have, as a matter of fact, most of everything was like hand me downs from somebody else. We were lucky if I had a good pair of shoes.
Hand me downs.
There's nothing wrong with them. You just gotta learn how to.
My cousin that I'm still talk to, her mom gave her a lot of name brand clothes. And she got a lot of haters for that because she didn't choose the clothes. And then she told me this one girl from school.
Wow.
I was like, "Are you for real?" I know who she was. I was like, "She doesn't know we're cousins." Yeah.
Stacy didn't go shopping ever. Stacy didn't know what go shopping for clothes was because I knew what size clothes she wore. Girl, no. Most of the time, I was ordering Stacy's clothes online, and the clothes would be on the bed when she came home. Like, try this stuff on, and what doesn't fit, let me know. If you don't like it, we'll send it back. Stacy was spoiled.
She's the only.
She was that girl.
I mean, I wish someone told me that jealousy was about the other person. It was not about me.
Yeah, I'm missing piece in them.
So I found out my sister was jealous of me through my stepmom at the time. And I never really knew that until my stepmom told me I was already about to hit 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, are you serious? Is that why she's acting so mean to me? Mind you, she's 4'11" as well. Okay.
Oh,
So I
oh, she's
think
tiny.
and I think that has a lot to do with it. But then, but it's like, there's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do about it's just the way that it happened. But it's like, and I wish someone told me, I wish I learned more about mindset early on,
Yeah,
like
same.
how to switch my thinking instead of being negative. Because
Breaking up with things.
I didn't have guides or caregivers that were in tuned with their mindset. Everything was very fixed and victim mentality and the wanting to control things. But I learned later, later's better than never. And so, yeah,
All right. So
that jealousy wasn't about, the question was, what's one thing you wish someone had told you early on about navigating jealousy in your circle? Yeah. So I wish, yeah, someone told me early on that it wasn't about me, like the person being targeted. It was about them, the person that's being jealous.
yeah.
That they want a part of what I'm doing, but for whatever reason, they give themselves excuses or about their life situation.
All right, let's end on this. Fill in the blank. The moment I stopped caring about the hate was when I realized blank.
You gonna go?
Okay. For me, the moment I stopped caring about the hate was when I realized that I really just marched to my own beat, and I have since I was a kid, and I really just don't care about what other people think. The people that I did think was always concerned with what they thought was my family. And now I'm just the people that I wanted approval from are now my spirit guides. And that's like, yeah, I'm gonna follow the things that they told me when I was a kid. Don't care about what other people think.
The moment I stopped caring about the hate. Oh, when I cut my dad and my sister off. That's not to say that wasn't easy. That was really hard for me. I did grieve for about a year. I thought at some point maybe I would have a conversation, but it didn't.
Yeah.
And I think it was also when I entered the program as well. I had to approach it differently. Yeah, I invested in myself. I need to check my school app all the time. I need to really show up for myself, whatever that looks like. And then when I do that, patterns as well in text messages and like how people say things on posts and stuff. And I just noticed these things and I'm like, either choose or not choose to be a part of it. And so I think I'm more picky and aware of where I put my energy in.
So let's close with what's your message to every pivot baddie out there dealing with this right now? Mine is, oh no, go ahead. What? If you got haters?
If you got haters, that means you're making it, girl. So keep going.
Okay. And mine is, don't care what other people think about or you. What do you think about you? And just go do whatever it is that you want to go do. Don't be doing harmful things to yourself. I'm gonna say that, but in the most positive way. Opinions are gonna come. It's not what they think; it's what you think, what you want, because they don't have to pay your bills, they don't have to live your life, and they don't have to be happy with your choices, but you do.
You're the one living your life. You're the creator and director of this.
Yeah, just do it. Whatever. Let the haters hate. Let them. Let them.
Hey, you got to have the yin and the yang, right? You got to have
All the time.
polarity,
Yeah.
duality, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, duality. Yes, girl.
Polarity,
Yes.
duality. You got to have both suffering and happiness.
What did Tosh, that thing that Tosh taught us, it's not good, it's not bad, it just is.
I'm not better than anyone. No one's better than me.
And I am deserving, and so are they. And you, whoever's watching.
You're the creator and director of your life, girl. Haters mean you making it. So just block the voice.
Yeah.
Say bye, haters.
Block them.
I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, for sure. I don't live there no more. I burned mine to the ground. And anyone who tries to keep me in their box of their version of me, I'm just like, yeah, that's not me anymore. I don't like, if you don't recognize me, whatever. You're going about. Mm,
And that's it for now, folks. So we'll see you next
yeah.
time.
Bye.